Sandra Waldrop here. Welcome, welcome. You are watching Kingdom Acres, and this is my segment on Craft Around the Clock. If you're not in that group, you definitely want to be there. We have amazing creators, crafters, all the ladies making some amazing things, okay? You learn so much from them, and they are just the cutest, sweet ladies you'll ever meet. So you definitely want to go and join that group if you are not in it. I hope everybody is enjoying the colder weather and nobody's having frozen pipes or anything. That's always like the concern with the colder weather, is that the pipes want to freeze, right? Or pipes burst and things like that. It's always a rough go. Hi, Miss Tracy. So today I have the cutest little craft for this cold weather. Hi, Miss Darla. It's just gonna knock your socks off, and it is so simple, so easy, very inexpensive materials that we're using. Hello, sweet Diane, Miss Lori, how are y'all? Happy Monday. It is Monday. Oh my goodness, I don't even know what day it is. It has been wild here around here lately, from being sick and hospital stays and surgeries and all kinds of stuff. We are just getting back to life, and just when we're ready to get back to life, bam, the weather's like, hey, let's have a situation for y'all. Hello, Miss Glenda. Before I get started, I want to show you guys, I know I've been telling y'all all about my Yeehaw Meemaw sweater that I've been working on. Let me stand up so I can show you guys. Look, it's done. Isn't this just darling? I love the, they remind me of the Queen of Hearts sleeves, right? Like, they're very royal. They've got like a little tulipy little edging on it. Isn't it adorable? I love it so much. It's got the sweet heart neckline on it. And okay, I did a different stitching on the main granny square right here. Oh, thank you, Diane. Yes, that fire is amazing. I did this because when you do these little stitches right here where you kind of pull it in from the row below, it gives you the hourglass silhouette on your square, which is what I was wanting. Hello, Miss Amanda. Thank you, Glenda. Oh, hello, Kim. So anyways, yes, this is keeping me all kinds of cozy, especially next to my fire. I'm gonna pull up my sleeves a little bit so that I can get a little goopy with our crafting, and I won't get too warm. This light really gets me warm. And then with the fire right behind me, howdy, Miss Rosanna. Thank you, Cynthia. Amanda, thank you. So yes, I will be very warm here by the fire. I hope you guys get all the cozy feelings from the fire in my background. Pull yourself up a cup of some hot chocolate or some coffee, and we can get to crafting. Hello, sweet Mama B. How are you? I've been missing everybody. Miss Cindy, how are you? I've just been so busy taking care of my babies, you know, all the different things with these children. But now we get back to our normal life. We almost had to cancel school for tomorrow, and we decided to just go ahead because the weather isn't going to be as bad as everyone like made it out to be. So praise God. I was not looking forward to like catastrophic type weather. So I'm very happy that it's just been cold, right? Like, it's not, we didn't get like the freezing rain. The horses are fine outside. My chickens and ducks are fine. Like, everybody's fine. The turkey did well. Hello, Miss Kelly. And so, Rosanna, oh, thank you. Yes, so cozy. And so, I'm glad that it wasn't as bad as what everybody made it out to be. So this morning, I made some homemade granola. And if you have not seen the short or reel on that, you can find it on YouTube. You can find it here on Facebook. You can even find it on my TikTok. Okay, it's been posted. I used up the rest of my maple syrup in this jar, and so we are going to make a vintagey style maple syrup. Thank you, Kelly. It's my Yeehaw Meemaw sweater that I made. Isn't it darling? Oh, I love it so much. And it's so cozy and comfy. I love it. I love it. It's keeping me so nice and warm. And hello, Miss Lori. And so yes, if you are interested in the recipe for the homemade granola, it's posted there with the reel, and you can see how I go ahead and use that. And at the end, you'll get to hear me sing on that reel. So it's just a fun little video. I was listening to a bunch of 90s country music, and I've been on this kick here recently where I just turn into 16-year-old me, and I just blast the 90s country, and I just clean. I get out my broom, I get out my wash rag, and I just go to town on the house. Because I was down for so long, like the house got super crusty. You know, like the kids can clean, the husband can clean, but nobody can clean like a mama can clean. So I just needed to. You're snowed under. Oh my goodness, upstate New York. Oh, yes, spring is on its way. I will send it your way, okay? I have my tomato plants in the garage. And right now, I should probably, after this, I'm probably going to go and take them out of the garage so they can catch some sunlight, because the sun is warm. The sun is outside, and if you just go and stand in the sun, you feel warm. I went outside barefoot with a t-shirt and just in my sweats earlier, and I was fine. Because I was cleaning and I wanted to go outside and check on my chickens. Yes, love you some country. And so, I do too. I love country. I love country music. But I especially love the 90s country. You know, whenever people sang about like really sweet and innocent things, and it just wasn't all about like drinking and, you know, carrying on and stuff. I mean, that stuff was in there too, don't get me wrong, like Neon Moon and all that, like that, you know, those are some drinking songs, but there was also like singing about, you know, I don't know, just precious things like check yes or no, and Grandpa tell me, you know, like Grandpa tell me a story, something like that. I don't know. I can't remember the name of the song. Somebody just redid it, but these are just precious songs to me, and so I like to listen to them and just kind of reminisce about times afar. Please don't come off of there while I'm trying to use it. Okay, it's a little loose. It's a little loose. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I'm just going to tear up pieces of, these are coffee filters. I've had a lot of coffee today. So my brain's all zzz. Spring is not soon enough. No. Yes, it is said, it has been mentioned, that we may be getting some snow next weekend. I will believe it when I see it. Okay, last year we had a blizzard, okay, and I called it. I could feel it in my bones. In the summer before that blizzard came, I told my husband, we are going to have a blizzard this year. And he laughed at me, and he was like, this is Texas, that doesn't happen. If you want a blizzard, we're gonna have to like go to Colorado or something. And I was like, no, I just feel like it's gonna happen here. And then it did. February 2025, we got ourselves a little blizzard. Okay, this past, and it's been like that a couple years now where I just kind of feel it. You know, you can feel it in your bones. If you're really like paying attention to how the weather's like making you feel, I feel like you can kind of sense it. It's just one of those things. But I don't know. I don't really feel like this is going to be very harsh. I can feel spring already. I feel like we're going to have an early spring. We'll have cold snaps here and there. And so my concern, my biggest concern right now is that I already started some tomato seeds. And I just don't want them to get blight from any cold snaps. So I'm going to have to pay extra attention to the weather and make sure that they are doing okay. So see how I'm just kind of squishing it on there and making it look kind of wrinkly. I like the wrinkles. Back in the day, a lot of these bottles were brown because the brown bottles preserve things longer. It keeps the light out and it preserves it longer. Whenever I do tinctures, I like to use the brown bottles as much as possible because it protects the potency of the tincture. So, so the vintage bottles that you find, a lot of them, especially shaped like this, are brown, not clear. It's so weird to me now that they just do the clear bottles no matter what anymore. That groundhog better get this stuff straightened out. Yes, I agree. I agree. Get it together. What's his name? Punxsutawney Phil? Oh, Phil, you better get it together. All right, I'm just gonna keep layering this on. I don't like the straight edges. That's why I'm kind of pulling it off a little bit on the edges. It's okay if some make it on there. I'm just not a fan. So I'm just gonna soften those edges a bit by pulling off the cut edge and just revealing that softer feathered edge right there. See how feathered that looks? You can see the fibers too up close. So let me just lay that down a bit. And so anyways, I had so much fun making this sweater though. It has been a ton of fun. I did end up running out of yarn while I was here at home and my daughter was resting after her surgery. Hey, will you go get me your shawl? Arabella, will you bring me your shawl? And so I made her a shawl. I'm going to show you. I'm having her get it for y'all. I have a bunch of yarn just in stock here. And of course I chose to do a project for myself, like with yarn from Hobby Lobby that I don't have in stock, but I just had a bunch of yarn here. And so since I had to take a little break from doing this, I went ahead and made her a sweet little shawl. Isn't that cute? I love it. I love it so much. I made her the hearts, and then I made her a little matching like bandana to go with it. A little, huh? So she looks cute in it. She loves it. The sweater, I've been working on it for a couple of weeks, but that's because I kept having to take breaks, right? And then also, you know, doing like things like the heart squares takes longer. And then I had to kind of research because I knew I didn't want the front of the sweater to be boxy because I'm naturally more curvy, and when things are boxy on me, it just makes me look like I gained 20 pounds. And so I wanted it to have some curve to it. So I researched, you know, the different types of squares I could use for that. And so it just took me a little bit longer, but I didn't mind because it, you know, it's a process. It's a process. So yeah, it took me, I would say, see, it's 6 squares per arm. That's 12 squares, just, you know, for each arm, and then one for the front and one for the back. But then, you know, putting it all together and adding stuff and doing the little triangles. I've got the triangles here, and then I've got triangles on my back. Let me show you guys the back. I didn't show you guys the back. That's just a regular granny square back here, and then the triangles up here, and then I have a tie right here to hold up the heavy sleeves. Words. Oh, thank you. So yes, it was a process, but very much worth it. So I'm hoping I brought enough. This should be enough to the table. I only brought like 3 coffee filters to the table. So I've grabbed just like a handful of them, and then they go into my craft supplies, and then I lose them. So that's an issue. Oh, but it was a ton of fun making this, and you know, figuring it out. I also made myself a little shawl, but I don't feel like it's actually done. I wore it out one day when we had to make a Hobby Lobby run, just a quick one because she was still healing, and I just feel like it needs a little bit of something. It feels very plain for me, so I'm going to, I think, make it bigger and add fringe to my shawl that I made. But it's still so sweet and cozy. I told my husband, because we stopped at the grocery store on the way home from Hobby Lobby, and this man was like eyeing me, right? And I'm walking in with my granny shawl on, and you know, my pants that have like all kinds of transfers on it and stuff, and I'm just feeling very cutesy but comfy, right? And this guy is like looking at me, and I can't decide if it's because he's like thinking, wow, fashion has really gotten weird, or if he's thinking, that woman can keep me alive in the apocalypse, right? Like she knows how to bake some bread. So, I just had to laugh about that because I was like, this is not a check me out outfit, right? The only reason a guy's going to be checking you out in that outfit is because he's thinking that lady can keep me alive in the apocalypse. She knows how to, you know, harvest a chicken and grow a garden. Oh, which I do. And it was so funny because, thank you, Miss Sharon. I was at a yard sale, and this guy had a peach tree. This was, I don't know, a couple years ago, but it just makes me laugh thinking about it. This guy had a peach tree, and I was asking him if he would sell me some peaches because, you know, I do canning and stuff, and I'd love to, you know, have some peach, you know, some fresh grown peaches, not from the store. And he was like, oh no, I use that to make wine. And I was like, oh, okay, well, you know, I do a lot of canning and stuff, so that's why I was asking. And I was like, and you know, with the scraps, you know, I would make vinegar, and you could probably do wine with the scraps too and all this stuff. And we're just kind of talking about all the homestead type of stuff. And he was like, man, do you have a sister? He was like, I really need a wife. I was like, I'm going to the next one now. It was so funny. So funny. At this age, guys are looking for a woman to cook for them. That's what's on the market. Thankfully, I'm married. Been married for 22 years. Back in November. So, but it's funny, guys in Texas, what they're looking for these days. I'm sure all you ladies can relate. It just cracks me up. My daughters are very good at warding off anybody like at the grocery store. They're like, Mom, what are we making for Dad? Where was that place he was gonna take you? Oh, they always make me laugh. Let's see here. I'm just covering this as well as I can. If there's any spots, no big deal. You just, you know, pull off a little piece and stick it on there. We're not looking for perfection. In fact, with this, the less perfect, the better, right? We don't want it to look fancy schmancy. We want it to have that nice, yummy, vintage look to it. You just got married in October, Rosanna. Oh, congratulations. Are you loving it? Are you loving married life? I love married life. My husband is literally just my favorite person in the whole world. Don't tell my kids. He is my absolute favorite. Even after all these years. You know, years ago, before we were really living our lives for the Lord, we went through some really hard times. And it's just amazing to see how when we turned our lives over, just the goodness of God and the grace and the mercy that He gave us to pull us through and really be able to forgive each other in areas where, you know, we might have otherwise held on to bitterness and hurt. Because that's so easy to do. Because when you love somebody so deeply, it's so easy to, you know, to really hold on to that hurt. Because they can hurt you like nobody else, right? So, it's just a beautiful testimony of God's love. All right, so there's the back completely covered. And now I'm moving around to the front, okay? The front has this circle area, or this oval area that I'm trying to kind of save for our label that I have. And I didn't bring any water. Will you bring me a little cup of water, Arabella?
Cup of water?
Just a little cup of water, please. So I can tear that right off of there. I have a big pot of water boiling on the stove because the air in your house will dry out. I don't know if everybody does this, but the air in your house dries out when you have a fire going. And so I have a huge pot of water boiling on the stove to try to put a little bit of moisture back in. And it is working, but I do dry out very easily. Thank you, my love. Will you also give me a bottle of water for me to drink? Oops. Let me go around this, get this torn out. Where are we at? Okay. Thank you, love. Okay. You know what? I didn't bring any like twine or anything for the top. This is why I don't clean off my table, okay? Whenever I put everything away, when I come back, I always forget things in the back room. Let's see. Anyways, my husband just used to keep a tea kettle full of water on top of the wood stove. Yes, yes. Kerosene heater, it kept a big pot of water on top. Yep, that's the way to do it. If you don't want your air to dry out, that's the way to do it. Okay, this is gonna fit perfectly. Look at that. And this is just a label that I had ChatGPT create for me. If you want it, it's yours for free. Just shoot me a message. Or it'll be linked on the YouTube video in the description, okay? So if you're watching this on YouTube, it is in the description. Married 44 years, 3 children, 7 grandchildren. Oh my goodness. That is so sweet, Miss Diane. We have a plaque in my bedroom that belonged to my husband's grandparents, and it was a plaque that they received on their 50th wedding anniversary. Just, you know, a commemorative plaque for their anniversary, 50 years. They were married September 23rd, 1952. Okay, that's the year they were married. I think she was 16 and he was 18. And they, you know, they were married until they went on to heaven. So it was literally till death do they part. And I just love that. So my youngest and I were looking at that today, and I was just thinking how much I love that that sits above our bed, you know, like a reminder of what the Lord has for us. Decades and decades of love and laughter and experiences and memories. Speaking of memories, my high schooler, my Lily, she will graduate May after next, okay? So she's 10th grade this year, and so we've got a little bit of time, but she's wanting a Disney World trip for her senior trip. And so we are looking at packages now, because I'm like, if we are ever going to be able to afford something like that, I'm going to have to start saving or paying off this trip now, right? If you plan years in advance, then it doesn't sneak up on you. Okay, I'm just going to pull that up and push it back down. And so, so anybody who is gone, I need all of your tips and tricks on what you do. What you do at Disney World. What are the must-sees, must-dos? If you do packages in advance, tell me how you do yours. Like what all should I purchase? I know somebody already told me to make sure and get the photo package. Like, do it, because you won't regret getting the photo package. So that's probably something we will want to add on. And then but we will be driving, because I'm a big chicken. Okay, I'm a big chicken when it comes to airplanes. If I had to fly somewhere, you know, if I had like a speaking event that I needed to go to or something like that for work or whatever, I would do that. But for vacation, that's supposed to not be stressful. That's supposed to be fun. It's not going to be fun if I get arrested on a plane for freaking out. Just kidding. I wouldn't. I should hope not anyways. But I'm going to need the tricks for the trips. I don't know how to leave my house, y'all. I don't know how to, this is what I was telling my friend. My friend goes, she travels all the time. She is a world traveler, right? She just gets and goes. She's like, yeah, let's do it. And then she just like plans a trip and goes. And I'm like, how do you do that? How do you just like, I don't know. I guess because we've got animals and we've got, you know, so many responsibilities here. It's not just a simple, it's not a simple pack your bag and get in the car. We have to find dog sitters and cow sitters and horse sitters and chicken sitters and all the sitters of all the different animals. So, all right. So that is on there. Look at that. Look at that. Look at how cute that's looking. Oh my goodness. Okay. But we're not done. We're not done. You can still see some of the white on the label. Let's go ahead and get out our coffee. Aw, hey, Kevany, how are you? Aw, love you. All right. Let's put some of our coffee. There's just something about coffee and maple syrup. I've known some people, do you put maple syrup in your coffee? If you are in a maple syrup area, we don't have maple syrup here. If you are in a maple syrup area, do you put maple syrup in your coffee? I know people here who do that, but we just like buy our maple syrup from like HEB. And I know that's not like, I don't know. I just feel like you guys have like more real maple syrup. I don't know why it's not real from the grocery store, but it's not, okay? There's no way it can be real. All right, let's get that brushed on. I want more. I need more. Okay, let's put some more of this podge on here. Some more coffee. Actually, oh, okay, you have a travel company, okay. Or you go through a travel company. You like syrup in your coffee? Aww. We are great, Kefany. We are doing amazing over here. Arabella is mostly healed up. She did sneeze a couple days ago, and that was a situation for her. She was not the happy camper because that was very painful. After you have your tonsils and adenoids out, sneezing is 10 out of 10. Do not recommend, okay? Because that was very painful for her. But she is recovering. We have an Amish family. Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay. You know what? I want to say that there is a way to get tree syrup here in Texas, but it's not actually like maple trees. It is, I think, birch trees. I want to say we can get it from birch trees. Oh, it's your daughter's business. Okay, okay, nice. Very good. Yeah, we're just wanting to try to like figure this out. I was texting with my friend yesterday. She also has a travel business that she mostly just uses herself, you know, obviously because she travels a lot. But she was like, okay, well, I need dates and I need to know how many people. And I was like, somebody give me a crystal ball. I don't know. I don't know when we're going or who's going or what. 2 years from now, you know, I could plan for like my son to go, my 20-year-old son, but I mean, is he actually going to go? I don't know. I don't think you've ever had real maple syrup. Well, the stuff that I was using this morning said that it was 100% pure maple syrup, but I have my doubts. Okay, I have my doubts as to the actual, like, authenticity. The authenticity of the syrup. I want to meet the tree that it came from. I want to meet this tree. Oh my goodness. Okay, what time is it? I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do here for the lid, because my idea was that I would use fabric, like muslin fabric, but I don't have fabric with me at the table. And I could just kind of do this number with some, let's see here. Let's see what we can do. I'm gonna wet this, okay? Stay with me. I'm wetting the coffee filter, okay? And then we're gonna sprinkle it with some coffee granules, okay? Stay with me, okay? I'm just gonna get those to dissolve right on in there and kind of give it a color. I want it to color on up. I'm gonna squeeze out the excess there. Okay. I'm just gonna lay that out to dry for a bit. Ooh, apple cider in the fall. Oh my gosh. Okay, I was watching on YouTube, I was watching somebody make apple cider jelly. It was apple cider jelly. And I was like, yes, okay. Next year, when there is apple cider in the stores again, it's going down. I will be making apple cider jelly, because that sounds like it would be a hit in my circle for sure. I know a great many people who would love some apple cider jelly. And that's just, I love to do like jams and jellies as Christmas gifts. I didn't get to do it this year, but next year it is on, okay? Because I didn't get to do all the things I wanted to do this year, so now I'm just like, I'm gonna do it all next year. It's like buying honey from the grocery store and buying honey from a beekeeper. Yes, yes, it's honey, but not the same. It's been heated up, right? They killed off the probiotics. Okay. Grungy and mapley. I'm loving it. I love me a good maple syrup pancake waffle. My granola has the maple syrup in it. Oh my gosh, y'all. That's what I had for like a little brunchy snack. I had some plain Greek yogurt with the maple syrup, with the granola that I made using the maple syrup. Holy schmoles. It was delicious. I need water. This fire is drying out my throat. So, anyways, okay. Let's see here. I've got some yarn. You know me and my yarn. I've been crocheting, and I've got some yarn I could use too around at least that black part. I think the green would look nice. Yes. I think I shall use it. I've got the scissors for it. Can't buy, no, you can't get real honey in the store. I mean, it's honey, but it's not. Raw honey has living enzymes in it. So it's just different. Okay. Do I have a plug-a-rooski around here, Ski? Ah. There we go. Don't fall, don't fall. Ah. I'm fine. Nobody panic. Thank you, Miss Cynthia. Okay. Let's see. Do some drying here. Do some drying. Dry our little piece of fake fabric. I'm gonna put this bottle on there so that'll hold it still. I can dry them both together. Sit that there and get my glue tool heating up also. Okay, hold still. I just think a maple syrup flask looking bottle, it looks to me like a flask. Like if you wanted to mix the maple syrup and make it a whiskey bottle, this shaped bottle could work for that too, in my opinion. Just saying. We don't do the booze around here no more. We put that life away. But if you have friends that have real honey, yum. Orange blossom honey. That sounds delicious. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, the bottle. You could use this year round, right? Like if you're doing a Christmas morning breakfast vignette, you can put it on there next to Santa's milk or whatever. And then, you know, in your faux pancakes. But then you can also use it in the spring. You know, it's just one of those fun ones that are kind of versatile with, you know, the different seasons. Gosh golly, words come to my life. Oh gosh. I'm sitting over here because I've been listening to 90s music, right? And I'm trying to talk to you, and in my mind, I hear the Judds playing. The Judds are singing, I like the slide of a steel guitar, I love the ring. Put on your shouting shoes and turn it loose. That's what's going on in here, okay? So I'm trying to keep the words coming out, but I've got background music, tabs open, and I don't know where the music's coming from at this point. Thank you, Diane. I'm going to turn this up. Do y'all ever have that where the music just won't stop playing in your mind? I'm like, come on. Oh, gosh. Also, I love songs like Footloose, where you don't understand a word that they're saying and you just kind of make up your own song, your own words for the song, right? Hello, Jamie. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. I've got this giant bunny hopping around my house, okay? And earlier, I went in my room and I was like cleaning behind my nightstand. I was looking for an earring, and that led to cleaning. And he comes out from under my bed. Scared the pickles out of me. Scared the pickles plumb out of me. Okay, I've only got 3 minutes left. I guess I better get going on this. All right, there's my knot fabric, but okay. And I'm just gonna kind of, let's see how we can make this kind of work on this. Let's bandana it on there a bit. I just really want to cover up that black. There we go. And then I'll use this green yarn because that's what was available sitting here with me at the table. I forgot to bring something from the back room. I'm just gonna get this on there. I'm gonna wrap it. I'm gonna wrap it. Here we go. Hold still. Don't burn my finger off. Still a little wet, so we still got spots on here that are wet. I'm just gonna go ahead and go to town with this green. It's not really a green, it's more like a eucalyptus, like a blue eucalyptus. So it's not really blue, or green. It's kind of a bluish green, muted, something very right now, it's a very sweet color. I love it. I love that color. Okay. Now I got the goop on my fingers. Let me glue it back here. If I knew I was going to use it, I probably would have stained it a little bit. Probably will still stain it a little bit, but I'm just going to go ahead and add some glue back here and glue this down a bit. That. All right, let's see here. I know I've got stuff here. I had a bunch of like paper plates and stuff in this caddy, and we weren't really using it much. And I almost put it in the Goodwill pile, and then I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to use it. Whoopsies! I'm going to use it for my crafts. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. Yeah. I'm gonna go around. This is just some Dollar Tree ink. Let's go ahead and this is still okay. Making sure it's not wet where I'm getting it. I love it. Oh my goodness. Isn't that cute? Oh, I love it. Hello, Lois. How are you? Oh, you know all about maple syrup from Vermont, don't you? All right. Well, thank you all for being here. Thank you for joining me and my shenanigans and all the things for the crafting and all of that. Please make sure you are following me here on Facebook and TikTok, subscribed on YouTube, and even follow me on Pinterest because I post stuff there too. Got all the things going all the time, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's live. I will see you all soon. Thank you for being with me, and thank you for homemaking a homemade home with me today. I'll see y'all soon. Bye, guys.